Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's broadcast. My hair got all messed up behind the scenes here. So, I want to thank everybody for checking out today's broadcast. Today is going to be day 115 of my 3-year challenge to get my weight under control and down to a healthy weight. I hope everybody had a good evening. If anybody has any non-scale victories, I love hearing those. If you have any scale victories, I'd love to hear those as well. I am going to hop on and weigh here real quick. I have no idea what it's going to say, but I'm hoping that I hit the 150 or I get very close to it. $169.8 is what we're shooting for. We beat it by 0.4 of a pound. Let me write this down. 169.4. That's 150 pounds. Gone. Less than 4 months. That's just awesome. I'm just so excited. Put my shoes back on so I don't get my socks all dirty. Yeah, that's just awesome. Let me update that here. So 169.8, that is 169.4. That's 2.6 pounds down since I weighed in yesterday. And so let me update this here. That is not the one I want to update. What is all of them say? I got everything says current weight. 369.4. See, I don't know what you're writing down there, Carrie, but 269.4 would be wonderful. But I'm not 269.4 yet. So I'll get there close. I'll get there soon enough. Don't you worry. When I get to 269.4, I will be very excited as well. Carrie shared one of her non-scale victories here. She put on her real wedding ring for the first time in several months. She had kind of a replacement ring that she had been wearing because hers was bugging her. Kind of her fingers got a little bit swollen from the weight that she had gained. So she was able to kind of switch back from the ring she had been wearing to her actual wedding ring. So that's a great non-scale victory for her and me. I appreciate her wearing her actual wedding ring. I spent a few dollars on it. Let me grab my notes here. So the weigh-in, I mean, it's just so cool. 150.4 pounds lost in 115 days. So 150 pounds in 115 days. That is awesome. What is that? That's 150 divided by 1. That is 1.3 pounds per day, which is probably about right. I did lose a lot of weight, my initial fast, and then it slowed a lot down. It slowed down a lot when I was doing the whole food plant-based there for the diet we're doing here for 2 months, or we did for 2 months there. And then we're kind of cranking it back up, losing a little over 1.5 pounds, or today to over 2 pounds today. So that puts me, Justin says soon enough I'll be reduced to an atomic negative. He's getting all fancy. So it's kind of, yeah, thanks for checking in today, Justin. You're not busy this time. You're not busy at 4 o'clock today. You're usually busy at this time every day. So thanks for checking it out. So what was I? I'm 150.4. That puts my million calorie challenge at 526,400. So I'm slowly getting up to that million. It's awesome that this week I broke the 500,000 calories, and then 150 pounds. They were going to kind of be right next to each other anyways. But I am excited to be down 150 pounds. It feels great. The only downside is I don't have anything that fits me. So I got to go find clothes that fit me. So I'm not wearing the same stuff, but I also don't want to spend too much money because I was actually thinking about this the other day. It's going to be crazy that I could actually end up being to a point where I can go to a regular clothing section and buy regular size clothes. Like it's one of those things where, I talk about the positive or, the power of positive thinking. And one of the other things that I think about is that I've always hit a weight loss goal. I've always, or hit good milestones. Like when I lost that weight again, I got to 285, and that was a weight I wanted to hit. And as soon as I hit it, I was like, I did it. I'm here. And then it all went back, And so me having a goal weight of 220 pounds, it's the most ambitious goal I've ever had. Like I've never considered trying to get under 250 pounds since I was 16. And I'm just, I had to cut a little bit of weight like my senior year of high school to stay under 275, like at the beginning of the season, because I went from football to wrestling and I was heavier during football. But if it's just different because when I make it to 220, I'm going to be able, even at 375, I wasn't shopping off the rack really. Like I was still having to buy 2X or maybe 3X clothes to feel comfortable. And so it will be nice to be able to just buy whatever, and there's a lot of times where I see cool t-shirts and they don't, or things that I might be interested in owning and it doesn't, it's not going to fit or would never fit. So in fact, there's, I'll have to dig them out. I don't even know where I put them. They might be in the back of, I don't know where that, but there was first piece of advice. Don't ever buy anything off of Facebook advertisements that look like cool gadgets. Just don't do it, or cool things. Cause Carrie tried to buy something that she got like stickers in the mail that she thinks that was them saying that they delivered this product that we had ordered. But I had ordered these full print hoodies that I thought were super cool looking. And the only reason I ordered them is because they advertised that they went up to like 6XL. And I'm like, well, that's really cool. They do this full print. And they go up to 6XL. And so I ordered a couple of the shirts thinking, it'll be really cool to get these shirts. And then they show up, and the only thing about them, the only thing I can tell is that the reason they call it 6XL is because they made the arms longer. And so it's this shirt that would like fit like a 200 to 230 pound person, but then the sleeves are for like a 7'8" tall person. And so it'd be funny to fit into one of those, because but yeah, that was something I had ordered, and I thought that would be cool to get because they make them in my size, and then they didn't make it in my size. Justin saying I should go to Goodwill to buy the clothes. I probably should go to Goodwill, save a few bucks on clothes. Justin says that he used to shop at Structure in the mall, and then when he went up to heavyweight, he couldn't fit in anything there more, and he couldn't fit into anything there anymore, and it was a bummer. Yeah, so because Justin up until his senior year of high school didn't get up into the heavyweight, and so he could buy stuff at a men's clothing store in the mall and look like all the cool kids. So I didn't share my non-scale victory yet for today. And what I'd have to say, so I had a lot of meetings today, and I don't know if I've ever said it before, but I didn't get a lot of time to prep before the show today. So I don't have a whole lot to talk about. It should be maybe the title of the thing. I don't have a whole lot to talk about is what I should just call these things. But my non-scale victory for today is I had a lot of meetings, and I was I was outside of my office for a lot of the day, and where I was at, and it happens all the time, and but they had, plastic chairs that had metal arms that were fixed like on the side of the chair, so they come up and they kind of come out a little bit but not much, and just the most uncomfortable chairs to fit in, to sit in, and just they dig into your hip. And then if you're in a position where you're trying, and maybe they make them narrow so people are uncomfortable, but if you're in a position trying to make decisions or deals or negotiate, um, super uncomfortable to sit in those chairs and fit in them. And and I've been at this place before and sat in the chairs, I know, and so today, I see the chair and it makes me cringe a little bit, but I sat right down, didn't have any discomfort. And honestly, usually, now that I think about what a lot of the discomfort comes from is like my legs. So like where my legs stick out, the bars that go down aren't flared out like the armrests are. And so I'm forced to keep my legs together. I hit this all the time. I'm forced to keep my legs together because they're like pinching, and it gets uncomfortable that way. And so the other way to get comfortable in the seat is to scoot all the way to the front and then have those bars digging in to your hips. But at least it's a little bit more comfortable because you can spread your legs out. Otherwise, your legs are together. So that was my non-scale victory, was that I fit into those chairs. I was comfortable, and it didn't distract me from what I was doing. I've continued to listen to the book, but I really didn't get a chance to listen to much of it today. Actually, you know what? I lied. I did not listen to the book at all today, because as I was driving into work, I went to go turn it on, because it takes me about a half hour to drive into work and a half hour to get home. And so I listened to about an hour of the book a day. And on the way in today, I was like, I just feel like listening to music today and just kind of enjoying, music. And so I chose not to listen to the book today, and I haven't listened to it yet. I might listen to it on the way home. It depends on how I'm feeling. And then with the fast, everything's been going really good with the fast. I talked about it a little bit yesterday that I had some, I was a little bit nervous about the way I was feeling, because I didn't have a huge amount of time where I was eating between the last fast and this fast. And a lot of that I felt like was just like my stomach wasn't feeling well, and just overall. And then, like I said, it was more, I think I felt like it was a lot of a mental game. But last night, it was funny that we were hanging out downstairs, and my stomach like rumbled, like made a loud noise. Carrie, even next to me, was like, "Is that your stomach?" I was like, "Yeah." And just a few minutes later, I had to go to the bathroom, and it wasn't much, but I did end up going, uh, pooping. I ended up pooping, and afterwards I felt great. And so I feel like maybe there was something in my stomach that just needed to get dislodged or pushed through or whatever, moved around. But since that point, I really have felt much better. And it probably had been a day or so since I had had any type of, maybe two, because I'm on day, I don't even know. Like for me, doing these long fasts, I don't like to look at how many hours I've been fasted too much, because it's just too much of a mental thing for me. And so, I'm at 162, almost 163 hours fasted right now because I think I started at like a 9:30 at night or something. So, 162 hours. Did I put it in the description? Does this put me on day 7? It might be put me on day 7. Um, but I'm just gonna look at this real quick. Yeah, it's not quite day 7. So day 7 will be pretty quick here. So Anthony is checking in here. He says he's at 381 still, and he was late checking in. Sorry. No, that's fine, Anthony. Just, hop on and join anytime you can get on. I know people have things going on. They can't get on all the time. So I appreciate you checking in here and letting us know how you're doing. And then Carrie says holding steady is better than a gain. I'm waiting a week to step on the scale because for her own sanity, because she just started refeeding after her 5-day fast where she lost 6 pounds. So hopefully that she can quickly retain that 6-pound weight loss, or maybe not gain any back at all. It depends on how her body does with the refeeding here, and she'll know probably in a week or so how she's doing with her weight there. Let's see if I had anything else on my notes. Again, like I say, every time I don't have a lot to talk about, and today is as true as any of those days. I kind of talked about the big things. I'm feeling much better on my fast than I did yesterday. It was something probably to do with my bowels, and it feels better today. I need to drink more water today. I got in a position where I didn't take water with me to my meetings, and so I didn't drink as much water as I normally would have drank just being in my office. The other thing I was going to talk about with the fast, and who knows, it may change now that I'd feel better, but I'm definitely have that fatigue. I talked about it in the previous fast, and it's not, I'm sure it's common for fasting, especially being so far into the fast like I am now. I don't have any drive to go do anything new or take on a huge project necessarily. But like doing tasks that. So I explained it to Carrie last night, and I said to her, I feel like I'm 520 pounds right now because everything I was doing was physically exhausting me as if I was on my last fast or when I was 520 pounds. And it's interesting because I'm noticing the difference, because like when I look at my Garmin app and I look at my steps that I do each day, my steps have gone up. I probably 500 ish, maybe 1,000 steps on average from when I first started tracking, which was about a week before I started my fast, until today. So, I'm not a ton more active on a daily basis than I used to be, but I am more active. I'm doing more things. I'm almost all the time now, my watch is telling me that I reached my step, like walking up flights of step goals, which when I first started this, if it said 4, that would be the high for the day. And so now I'm hitting that 10 flights of steps pretty regularly. And so that is something that I'm noticing with the fast, is that I'm getting my heart rate's going up when I'm doing activities, or if I have to run downstairs, grab something, come back up, then, I notice that my heart rate is up. I relax. I take it easy. I'm sure Carrie hates it because by the time I get home from work, I'm even more tired. So I'm not a super amount of help. But like I said, I'm hoping it gets better. I was definitely in a great mood this morning. Felt good. I woke up on my own really before my alarm went off, which is nice. That I felt like I got a um, really good night of sleep. Carrie's saying here that I'm definitely running and grabbing things yourself more than asking a child to run and grab them for you too. Yeah, I used to have. I mean, I still do it because they are my slaves, but every now and then I will, or I used to do it a lot more, like especially if it required going down a flight of steps or up a flight of steps. My kids were definitely my guinea pig, which sucks because they can't find their backside with both hands tied behind their back. So, um, Justin says that's what little kids are for. They're being much more utilized for me these days. Yeah, Justin has a broken foot, so he's not doing a whole lot of running up and down steps or doing stuff on his own. So, yes, that's why you had kids, so they can take care of you when you're injured, for sure. But you got to train them well when they're young, right? Anyways, all right. So this is about everything I had to talk about here today. I want to thank you guys for checking out the live stream today. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. We're over 300 subscribers. I'd really like to get up to 1,000. That way I can start doing the stuff on the community page on YouTube, which I think would be nice. And then also like going live from my mobile or other places would be nice as well. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Turn on bell notifications so you know when I go live. I usually go live at 4 p.m. Central on most weekdays. I will be live again tomorrow. It's weigh-in Wednesday. So if anybody wants to share their weight loss success with us tomorrow, or if you want to share your weight loss failure, just let us know, and we can hopefully we can help you with it. But I will be doing a weigh-in tomorrow. I'm pretty much weighing every day of the fast here. I think I'm about halfway through it. If I look at the Life app here, it is past halfway through the fast. So I don't know why I have it set for 300. Oh, it's like 306 hours is what I have it set for. I don't know why, but that's like the Monday stream. Okay, I see. So, so I'm over halfway through this extended fast, and it's going great so far. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Instagram is at fasting. My hand cuts off, so it's at fasting, FAHSTING. I will put the Discord link in the chat. We've got a Discord that you can join for support. If anybody has any recommendations or any questions, you can definitely put them on the Discord as well. And we have a bunch of different sections for all kinds of different things. But that Discord link should show up in the chat here. And then, yep, it just popped up in the chat for me here. So with that, that link will be good for about 7 days. If you're watching this after the 7 days, then send me a message or find a more recent video and look for the link underneath that video. All right, everybody, you have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.